Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Fatimatu Zahra Jabin, working as Assistant Professor of Botany at Government First Grade College, Tumkur. I joined this faculty development program, online classes, and co-creating MOOCs on 19th April 2020. I found the program is very informative and skillfully designed by the coordinator, considering the basic aspects of Google online classes to the different streams of faculties. I am learning so many things here, and for that I am very thankful to the coordinator of this faculty development program. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to explain about the morphology of flowering plants. Let us know what is morphology. Morphology basically deals with the study of external appearance, that is, the external features or characters of plants, and also various parts of the plants such as stem, root, leaves, flower, inflorescence, fruit, and even seeds. So morphology forms a basic fundamental for the study of plant taxonomy. So let us see the importance of morphology. Why should we study the morphology? So it forms essential for recognition and identification of plants. Next, it provides important criteria for classification of plants. It gives information about the range of variations found in a species. It helps in identification of deficiency symptoms and also toxicity symptoms occurring in plants in response to shortage or deficiency or excess of minerals. It also helps in the study of morphological adaptations of plants to different types of habitats. You can observe the morphology of dicot plant and monocot plant is entirely different. Dicot plant shows a taproot system, whereas monocot plant shows the fibrous root system. The leaves of dicot plant shows a net-like veins, that is usually called as reticulate venation, whereas in case of monocot plants, the leaves are usually sheathing, that is, they don't show stalk-like structures, as in case of dicot you can see they show a sheathing leaf basis. That means the base of the leaf is encircled to the stem, and the seeds of flowering dicot plant contains usually two cotyledons, whereas in case of monocot plants the seed contain only one cotyledon. Even in flower you can observe, whereas in dicot plants the flower shows 4 to 5 petals, that is tetramerous or pentamerous, whereas in case of monocot plants the flowers are usually trimerous, that is they contains 3 tepals. Here in most of the monocots we cannot differentiate sepals and the colored part, that is petals, hence we usually call them as tepals. Okay. This is about the importance and what is morphology. In the next video we can study about the morphology of roots. Thank you. Coming to my next video, that is root morphology. Here I am going to explain only what is root and what is the morphology of roots and different kinds of root. Modification for storage, for support, respiration, floating and hostelria will be explained in my third video. Let us see what is root. Now we already know that the primary axis of a flowering plant is usually divided into two parts, namely root and shoot. Root is the underground part while the shoot is the aerial part. Occasionally, however, these may be aerial roots and underground stems even. Roots usually grow downwards into the soil and is chlorophyllous. That means it doesn't have any chlorophyll content in it. It is positively geotropic and positively hydrotropic. That means grows towards soil and goes towards moisture. It lacks nodes and internodes and even the buds. Roots are concerned with anchorage of plants to the substratum and absorption of water and mineral salts. In addition to the primary function, roots perform the following functions such as food storage, parasitic absorption of nutrition, epiphytism, respiration, mycorrhizal function, climbing, floating, support, etc. Now let's study what are the three different kinds of roots. Usually we observe the roots are basically divided into three types. One is taproot system, second one is fibrous root system, third one is adventitious root system. So let us study or see one by one. Taproot system is tapering from the base of the to the end, developing from the radical and characteristics of dicot plant. The radical grows into the soil as a primary root. The primary root develops into the prominent taproot. The taproot produces laterally secondary roots, which in turn produces tertiary roots. The secondary roots and tertiary roots produces the root hair, whereas the primary root doesn't have the root hairs at all. The taproot, all the lateral branches forms the taproot system. Example, mango. The water is absorbed mainly through the root hairs. So second kind of root, that is fibrous root system, is a fiber-like which develops in a cluster or as a cluster from the base of the stem, and it is the characteristic of the monocot plant. In monocot plant, the primary root develops from the radical is short-lived and it is replaced by fibrous roots. Example, in many of the grasses we can see such type of roots. And third type of root, that is adventitious roots. The roots developing from any part of the plant except the radical part are called adventitious root system. They develop from the nodes or leaves. They are also called aerial roots. Example, you might have seen the hanging roots of banyan, or it is usually called the stilt root, that is supporting roots, and the orchid vanda you can see, and even in the common plant, that is money plant, which we usually grow in our home garden, you can see the roots develop along the stem, that is basal side of the stem. So this is about the types of roots. I hope you all understood what is root and what is the properties of roots and what are the different kinds of roots. Thank you.